Hollywood love story meets dark thriller in Liz Brown's new book that explores the story of William Clark Jr. and Harrison Post. MTN's Caitlin Aguilas talks to the author for a fascinating story.
Liz Brown had been going through her grandmother's belongings after her death when she found a mysterious photo. The photo had a young man staring into the lens of a camera. On the back, the name Harrison Post.
I just kept the photograph because I was so enamored of it, and it was so mysterious, and I had no idea why my grandmother had kept it for 80 years.
When Brown started researching into William Andrew Clark Jr., her grandmother's uncle, she came across Harrison Post once more in a biography about Clark Jr.
And that's when I put it together that photograph was my great-granduncle's lover.
William Andrew Clark Jr. was different from his father and brother. He wasn't a businessman.
But Junior always, I think, fell into the more artistic, a little more free-spirited category.
Brown's grandmother's aunt, Alice McManus, married Clark Jr. after the death of his first wife. Brown's grandmother was something of a surrogate daughter to the couple.
And when her Aunt Alice died, she still stayed very close to Will Clark, and that's sort of when Harrison came on the scene.
When Brown first set out writing this story, she thought she would be reclaiming a lost love story. It was anything but. When Clark died, Post was to inherit a bulk of his estate. Post was ill at the time, so Post's sister declared her brother incompetent and began to squander and steal and embezzle all his money.
Then it became kind of this noir story of this man being taken captive by his sister who's stealing everything.
Brown had wanted to write the story of a man lost in the legacy of his lover, but her thoughts quickly changed.
In some ways, I thought Harrison's life would have been much better if he had never entered the Clark dynasty.
In Butte, Caitlin Aguilas, MTN News.